Who hasn't heard of Don Quixote? A timeless masterpiece that shaped the modern novel and that more than 400 years later remains a symbol of universal literature. But what about the man behind this book? Did you know that Miguel de Cervantes Saavedra was not only an exceptional writer, but also a soldier, captive, and even a spy for King Philip II? Today we will tell you about the fascinating and hard life of Miguel de Cervantes, marked by hardships, adventures, and a legacy that immortalized him as one of the greatest writers of all time. Miguel de Cervantes Saavedra was born in September 1547 in Alcalá de Henares, a small town in what is now the community of Madrid. Although we don't know the exact date of his birth, he was baptized on October 9th. It is believed that he may have been born on September 29th, the day of St. Michael, hence his name. His parents were Rodrigo de Cervantes, a humble surgeon, and Leonor de Cortinas. Yes, Cortinas, that was really the surname of the famous writer's mother, who later decided to adopt the surname Saavedra, a detail we will talk about later. Miguel's childhood was not easy. Financial hardship followed the family throughout their lives. His father was even imprisoned in 1552 due to debts, just when Leonor was pregnant with their 5th child. Although there is no evidence that Miguel de Cervantes studied at university, it is believed that he received a basic education. What we do know is that, in 1567, at the age of 20, he joined the Estudio de la Villa in Madrid, where he was taught by the humanist Juan López de Hoyos, who would publish some of his first poems. However, one event would drastically change his life. In 1569, Cervantes had to flee Spain after fighting a duel with a master builder named Antonio de Segura. For this act, he was sentenced to lose his right hand and to 10 years of exile. To keep both his hands, he decided to escape to Italy, where he joined the service of Cardinal Giulio Acquaviva. In 1570, Miguel de Cervantes enlisted in the Tercios of Italy, the most powerful military force of the time. A year later, he would participate in one of the bloodiest naval battles in history, the Battle of Lepanto. On October 7, 1571, more than 200 galleys of the Holy League, led by Don Juan de Austria, faced the dreaded Ottoman Empire. Despite being ill with a high fever, Cervantes insisted on fighting on the front line, aboard the galley Marquesa. He was seriously wounded by 3 arquebus bullets, 2 in the chest and 1 in his left hand, leaving it permanently disabled. However, his bravery earned him the nickname that would accompany him forever, El Manco de Lepanto, the one-handed man of Lepanto. In his own words, it was the most memorable and high occasion that the centuries have seen. In 1575, while returning to Spain from Naples, Cervantes was captured by Barbary pirates along with his brother Rodrigo. Both were taken to Algiers, a bastion of piracy where thousands of Christians lived in inhumane conditions as prisoners. Miguel spent 5 years in captivity, suffering deprivation and punishment. However, he showed great courage by attempting to escape up to 4 times, failing in all of them. In each attempt, he took all the blame to protect his companions. Finally, in 1580, his family managed to raise 500 gold escudos to pay his ransom, with the help of the Order of the Trinitarians. Cervantes was released at the age of 33, forever marked by his experience. Interestingly, shortly after his release, Cervantes returned to North Africa on a secret mission for Philip II. In 1581, he traveled to Oran to gather information about the activities of the Barbary pirates and the governor of Algiers, Ulugh Ali. Although there is no unanimity among historians about whether Cervantes was a spy in the strict sense, it is known that he offered his services as an informant and carried out a brief mission, for which he received 100 ducats. After returning to Spain, Cervantes faced years of poverty. He worked as a tax collector for the crown, but his work led to confrontations with peasants, the church, and even to prison on several occasions. However, in 1605, everything would change with the publication of the ingenious gentleman Don Quixote of La Mancha. This work, considered the first modern novel, catapulted him to fame. Although it became an immediate success, money did not bring him wealth or the total respect of his contemporaries like Lope de Vega, who looked down on his work. In his later years, Cervantes wrote several of his great works: the exemplary novels in 1613, the second part of Don Quixote in 1615, and the works of Persiles and Sigismunda, published posthumously in 1617. Miguel de Cervantes died on April 22, 1616, at the age of 68, without the recognition he would have deserved in life. By the way, although the idea that he died on the same day as another literary genius, William Shakespeare, is widespread, it is not true. Although both died on April 23rd, the difference between the Julian calendar used in England and the Gregorian calendar used in Spain means that they actually died almost 2 weeks apart. The life of Miguel de Cervantes was as extraordinary as his own works, a man marked by adversity, wit, and a unique ability to transform his experiences into immortal art. What do you think of the life of this literary genius? Did you know his story was so fascinating? Leave us your comment, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to discover more stories like this one. Thank you for joining us, Curious Minds. See you in the next video.